Welcome back to episode 5 of Everyone Loves Charlie. I hope everyone had an amazing Christmas. I'm absolutely stuffed still from all the food that we've been eating. I'm super excited for today's episode. I've got my friend Bayley on. We go way back. He was on Love Island. Bayley, introduce yourself.
I'm Bayley, yes, and I'm best known for being on Love Island for 2 minutes.
I hear you've got a few things in the pipeline coming up. Talk to me.
Yes, definitely. Very exciting stuff, to be fair. So I've got a podcast like
Nice.
yourself coming out. So got some really exciting guests
What's the
coming
premise
on.
of it?
So it's going to be focused on sport. We've got some really exciting guests coming on. And yeah, just basically getting their background and also like the side that you don't see in sport, which I think a lot of people, they just see like the fame, do you know what I mean? On TV, winning stuff, but it's like
They see the end, they don't see
you don't see the hard work, you don't see the troubles they go through to get to that point. So
definitely going to be listening to that for sure.
Yeah, 100%. We might get you on as well.
Yeah, talk all things sport.
Yeah, well,
knockos, weightlifting,
fitness.
let's go. Yeah.
No, definitely. It'd be good to have you on.
Nice.
Yes.
So me and Bayley actually met how many years ago now did we meet?
I think it was wasn't it about 3 years ago now?
3 years, yeah. Maybe it was like 2022? No. 2021, 2020. It's just
Yeah,
after
it was
COVID,
around that.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
I think it was during COVID actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually met on a TV show, at the start of a TV show, didn't we?
We did.
How was your casting process for that? Like, can you take it back and do you remember that?
To be fair, I know the bits that I do remember. It was very much like I'd never done it before.
Yeah.
Like for me, TV, never thought about it, never wanted to do it either. So when I got obviously approached about this, I was just like, nah.
Yeah.
I don't think this is actually real. So I went through the process and then I slowly went through it. And as I got further along, I was like, wait, this might happen, you know? So, you just kept having interviews and I saw the execs and I was like, this is really strange.
Yeah.
So in the end, and then next thing you know, we got shipped off to York and
the
rest was
Bro,
history.
my casting process was wild. So I was actually in the casting thing for Love Island and got to the final round. It was the season with Faye and Teddy and that.
What, at the same time?
Yeah, that season. And then I got the call literally a week after being like, oh no, you haven't got it, blah, blah. I was like, oh, fuck this. So I was pissed. And then same as you, never wanted to be on TV. And then all of a sudden it just kind of ignited this fire to be like, fuck it, let's just give it a go. And then this other one came through and they sent me this shitty poster. Did you get sent the shit poster?
No, I don't
It was
think I saw it.
it was fucking awful. It was this bloke and his wife, it looked BTEC graphics. 10 out, it was fucking awful. And it was this little poster and it was do you want to have a whimsical love story? And I was like, I don't even fucking know what whimsical means.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck it, go on, get along. I probably won't get on it. And then it got to like you said, the next round. And I said to my mum, I was like, Mum, I don't think I want to do this. I was like, it sounds like a proper old person show.
Yeah.
My sister was like, just go along with the process. And like you, it got further and further. And it got to the point where they were like, oh, we're actually going to start shipping you off to York. But they actually rang me when I was in Ibiza on holiday. And they were like, oh, we need you to come in and
Were you sober at the time?
Yeah. No, I wasn't.
No,
I
you wasn't.
I was fucked. I was at Destino's and I answered the phone because they're 8 hours behind, aren't they, in LA? She rang me and was like, you've got it. And I was like, thanks. I was like, oh, this is so great. And then it didn't process till the next morning. And then I had post-night anxiety the next day. I was like, shit, what have I just signed up to? Yeah, what have I said on the phone, what I signed up to. And then 3 weeks later, getting shipped up to York.
Yeah.
But did you get a blacked out car turn up?
Yeah, to be fair, that was the thing that was really surreal. So I was like, I had this car turn off and I was like, do you know what? I'll get used to this. This is quite nice. Jumped in the back, had it taken us all the way there. But it was then when we got to the other side that I think it was quite difficult because it was we weren't allowed to see anyone. And I think we were all looking through the windows.
We weren't really informed about any of that though, were we?
But I think you were the first one that I saw.
Yeah.
So obviously we weren't allowed to see each other. And then I got out the car and they were like, no, hold on. And then I saw you walk in front because I think obviously you're trying to see the contestants. You're like,
who the fuck's
who's that? Is he better looking?
Yeah, that is literally the first one. Is he fitter than me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did that and it was like a COVID jail basically. So we had to basically quarantine for 2 weeks because, well, actually when they told us, they were like, you need to quarantine for 5 days. So I was like, 5 days, that's not hard. You can't leave a room for 5 days. There's worse problems in the world. And you get there and they're like, no, it's 14 days. And
Kept extending.
Yeah. 14 days in
and
COVID
every day
jail.
you had the COVID thing shoved up your nose.
Yeah, and then at this time I smoked, and I tried to tell them that I didn't smoke, so I thought it'd make me look better.
Yeah, and also I
got out the 4 hour camera, I was clucking for a fag. So I was like, I really need a cigarette. And this woman come out and went, no, you have to go straight to your room. And I was like, wait, what? She was like, yeah, you're in your room now for 2 weeks. You get half an hour allowed out a day. I was like, that's criminal.
It was like prison though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
every day I remember waking up and I was like, so what time's my half an hour slot today?
Yeah.
And they'd be like 7 o'clock in the morning or like 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, can I not have it at lunchtime to like break it up a bit?
Break up the day.
Because otherwise you're sitting in your room. I remember just sitting there and I was like, what can I actually do?
There's only so many wanks someone can have a day.
Do you have one in there?
Probably like a couple, yeah. My friend Derek was like, I was having 3 a day. I was like, fucking hell.
Okay, he must have been raw.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Fucking hell. So there wasn't much you could do in that time. The half an hour was like, it's like you were finally free for half an hour, and they used to take us to the racetracks. It's by York Racecourse, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just used to run around that.
Yeah, same as from the track. Yeah, it'd be like half an hour at the other side of the track. I'd be like, sweet.
They'd be like, make sure I can see you, and I'll be running around. They're like, I can't see him, and I'm like, do I go or?
Yeah, just fucking run off into town. It's a long run back.
Sorry though, isn't it? From York.
No, that was awful. And then they used to give us food. You had to order from the hotel.
Food was good.
Oh, did you like the food?
Well, it wasn't from the hotel.
No, some food I had. Where did they get? Five Guys.
So you had Five Guys, Nando's, Wagamama's.
Yeah.
Pret. Subway, Pret.
Yeah.
You had loads of different things.
Yeah. It was all shit though, wasn't it? It wasn't like anything.
Oh yeah, it was shit food. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
nice. And I was like, fuck, I'm leaving the house for half an hour a day. I've turned up to this hotel in good shape. And by the time I got on the fucking show 2 weeks later, my abs were gone.
Were you proper eating it? Because I was literally so strict. I think I'd miss breakfast because I'd be asleep till 11. Then I'd have lunch turn up. And mate, I'd be trying every single workout possible in there. I remember once I got like a shadow boxing, like, because I was like, do you know what? After this, I might do a bit of boxing. So I got like, yeah, I got it off on the TV, like a little tutorial, like. Mate, it's awful.
Oh, some of the stuff you have to find things to fill your time. There was one kid, he was like the really American, like you can't get any more American. He like a hippie, and he used to get his Uber driver, like the Deliveroo, get delivery on the app and get him to go and stop at the corner shop, pick him up some fags, and because obviously you weren't allowed to go out to the shop, he used to put in the notes to the Uber driver, when you get to the hotel at the lobby, chuck them up onto the flat roof.
No.
So yeah, this guy used to chuck fags up, the Deliveroo used to do it, chuck fags up, and he would climb out of his window onto the flat roof of the hotel and then just go and get his fags and sit out there and smoke him.
Mate. Do you know what? I used to like sit there and I'd be like, I've already asked him for a chocolate bar. Can I ask him for some more nuts? And then I'd message him. I'd be like, no, actually, I don't want to message him because I don't want to piss him off.
Yeah.
And then I heard other people going like, oh yeah, they bought my vape up. And then they were like, that's not the wrong vape. Go and get me another vape.
Yeah.
And I was like, there was me
people
being all like
really
cautious.
demanding. Yeah, I was
Is that just Americans though?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I think they know what they want, and I think that's what they came over and they were very much like, you know, they gave you a list, didn't they? They said, what do you want? What do you want? Before we got to the show, what do you want to have in your room?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And I was like, I listed so much alcohol. Because they said, what's your favourite alcohol? And I was like, this. So if you might as well get pissed, right?
Yeah.
So I was saying this, and this. And went there like, you can't drink. So why did you ask me what my favourite alcohol is if I can't fucking drink?
Yeah, you're basically teasing me.
Yeah.
I came in the room looking about, like, that'd be all right.
Yeah.
I'd sit there drinking.
Yeah.
Nice bottle of, like, Prosecco in hand or something, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, just sit there absolutely pissed with a vape.
Just, yeah, but that's probably the reason why.
But and if anyone doesn't know, in UK TV, you have to have, like, a welfare team, don't you? And they're supposed to look after your welfare. But they used to like come round and there was like a group of girls, group of guys that would like take us all out, right?
Yeah.
Some of the welfare members were going way above and beyond, right? And there was 16 of us.
Every time they came to the front door, I remember that obviously I won't name names, but there's a certain individual. It's like,
I know exactly who you're talking about.
But every time it's like you hear the knock at the door, you're like, is that them?
Yeah.
And then like you'll open the door and look at, and I'm like, oh. That's not.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It's just my Pret.
Or like next time I do come, like, are you coming tomorrow?
Yeah,
so
they used to like knock and then run off, didn't they? Did you ever do that? I would knock and be like waiting for the knock and be like, there'd be nobody there. Like, how the fuck
so
did
they chuck the bag and just run?
Yeah, they did. Bro, some of the sandwiches that I got, they definitely chucked the bag. It was like fucking, it was like, oh, it was awful. We used to obviously only get half an hour to see them.
Yeah.
So there was like certain people that would turn up and I'd go, I'd fucking rather not have my half an hour. But there were some people that turn up and I'd be like, come here in 45 minutes. And
yeah, and the thing is, some of them would be quite lenient.
Yeah.
Like, you get on the soft side of them.
Yeah. Some of them weren't really lenient.
Yeah.
One of them wasn't. I'm not going to name names, but one of them was like, literally, you come out the door and he's like, right, timer's on. By the time he gets to the fucking field, he's like, right, go back now.
You've only got like 10
Shut
minutes.
You prick, yeah.
And the thing is, you want a conversation with someone as well.
Yeah.
Right? So you're going out there and you want to have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the same time, it's like, nah, on the phone.
Yeah.
So you're walking around, you're like...
Yeah, go and do your thing, like as if I was some dog on a leash.
So that's why in the end I just started running. Just start running.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to talk
Yeah,
to them.
exactly. And then they would give us like these little challenges that we had to do, which was our like training, wasn't it? I mean, it wasn't really training because we didn't really do it enough to actually learn it. I can't do any of it now.
Can you not?
No.
Should we give it a go?
Yeah. Some of the dancing, yeah, we did. What did we do? We had horse riding.
This is when I first properly met you.
Yeah.
Obviously, we were blindfolded on the coaches. But obviously, you'd pull your blindfold up to see where it was, and they'd be like,
so to give like reference, the reason why we were blindfolded is because they didn't want us to see the location in which we were filming it. So they used to herd us onto minibuses, but have us all blindfolded.
And then they'd have the driver to whack up the music like
so
loud,
we couldn't hear
so
anything.
So we couldn't
talk. It was just weird. And then I remember when I first walked on the bus the first time, because there was a group of American guys and us English guys.
Yeah, how many English was there?
There was only four of us.
Four.
Me, you,
Temps
and Tim. He was like Irish, Egyptian,
yes,
English.
yes. Yeah, no, I don't remember Tim yet.
Yeah, and we got on the bus, but at first it was just me, you, and Temps, wasn't it? And I remember getting on, you were sat at the back of the bus, and I was like, hi, mate. They're like, no talking. I was like, fuck, can't even say hello. And that's when we saw you, and then they had us going to different training. What was the first training you did?
It was I only did the dancing. So this is why then I kind of knew that, because it got to a couple of days after and I was like, so they ain't done the horse riding, so they ain't done this, because obviously I'd spoken to you lot to find out what you'd done.
Well, that's what they were trying to stop us doing,
yeah,
weren't they?
exactly.
Yeah.
So then we turned up to the dancing, took them off, and we were like, what are we doing here? Next thing you know, 8 dancers came in.
Yeah.
And we're
like, you're learning ballroom dancing.
Was it the waltz?
Yeah, we learned the waltz, yeah.
It was good, actually.
It was the Viennese waltz, wasn't it? And we had to dance like this. I don't have that mobility.
Oh, no, there was two different dances.
Oh, and the country...
It was a country one.
Dance,
there was one to like an Ed Sheeran song, I think, wasn't there?
That song gives me PTSD. Fuck. That's over here. I'm like, turn it off! I hate it. Yeah, it's so bad.
It's when you got to dance with them as well, and it's like, we can't dance. I've never danced before.
No.
And I'm looking in the dancer's eyes. And to be fair, I had a guy, actually, really nice guy. I think his name was Tyreek.
Tariq, yeah.
Do you know what?
Such
He
a
actually,
nice guy.
he performs now down at in London.
Yeah, he's a... Moulin Rouge, isn't it?
Yes, I saw it the other day.
Rouge, yeah.
And then I saw
he's a really nice guy.
Yeah, really nice guy.
Yeah.
But then I remember going on there, and we were like holding on to each other, and he was like looking into my eyes, and I was just like, do you know what? If I'm gonna do this process properly, I'm just gonna do
go
it.
all in.
So I just started staring into his eyes.
When I stepped out, it was like something from a movie. I genuinely felt like I was on some kind of Hollywood film set. I remember,
cameras.
They carted me up to the door which we made your grand entrance. And I remember I stepped out the door of this like chariot. They made me come in a chariot because I couldn't ride a horse, so I had to come in a chariot. I opened the chariot door, and I just remember looking up, and there was about 20 fucking cameramen all lined round in pillars, and then just the host. Never been so scared in my entire life.
That's when you know it's got.
Yeah,
cool.
I genuinely felt like going,
I'll shut the door.
Close the door to take me out, yeah. But I literally walked up the stairs and I panicked. And he was like, have you ever been in love before? And the only thing I could say was, only with cake. And like, that's the only line. It's the only line.
That's a good starting line.
Yeah, my only line was, oh, this boy loves cake. So I was known as Cake Boy for fucking ages. But obviously, seeing that, we were just thinking, this is going to be, I was like, I'm going to be fucking huge.
You're like, I'm gonna come up here, massive time.
Massive
do you know
time.
Won't have to work again.
Yeah,
nothing.
exactly. I'm gonna hashtag gifted everything. And then I fucking we did it, and all of the execs, obviously these execs are huge execs. NBC is the second largest channel in the US, so they were like, this is gonna be big. And I don't know if do you ever talk to the guy that was a psychologist? He was like, guys, you have to be prepared because this is going to be so big that you need to have everything ready. You need to do this with your social media. You need to do that because it's going to be big.
Yeah, that you think it's going to be massive.
Yeah, I think it's going to be absolutely massive. So I flew out to LA for the launch, and they flew me, like, I went to LA to do these like watch parties and stuff. And they were like, this is going to be huge. And we went out, and I went down like Hollywood Boulevard, and there was a big poster, and it was next to Kendall Jenner. I was on the poster, yeah. And I was like, bruh. I was like, I'm going to make this shit. Took a photo with it and everything. And then literally after 2 weeks, they took it off the main network. So then they just got rid of it, put it onto a different network. And then it just went, it was literally like giving a kid a cookie. And I was like, my dreams, like everything I could have ever dreamed of as a kid, I got a taste, and then they went, no, bang, fucking kicked me up the arse, and off I went. Yeah.
Rip the poster down, you're back to London.
Yeah, no, 2 weeks time, that poster was gone. I remember driving down, I went to Chick-fil-A, and someone else was there, and I was like, fuck these bastards. We had a watch party in the second episode, and there was like, it was insane. It was like red carpet. I've got to tell you this funny story, actually. This is really funny. It's reminding me. They didn't tell me it's a red carpet event. They told me it's a house party. So when you go to a house party, you turn up with alcohol, right? You wouldn't turn up empty-handed.
Yeah.
So I've stopped at the corner shop on the way to this fucking red carpet event, and I've gone in. I've gone, look, mate, I'll have 7 White Claw and a bottle of Whispering Angel. Do you know those like shitty blue bags they give you?
You did not turn out.
Yeah, so I turned up, got out the cab.
Did you get a photo with it?
Yes, there's a photo. There's these fucking photographers standing there as I stepped out the thing, and there's me with my fucking 99p blue bag. I was like, one of the marketing girls coming. I was like, fucking get rid of that bag because I can't be seen with this.
Did any photos go off of you?
No, they didn't. Thankfully, didn't go up. They are photos of me. I was like,
Yeah,
I
but you
can't.
thought it was a house party.
Yeah, they didn't tell me it was a red carpet event.
How'd they let that slide?
I know, fucking idiots. But yeah, after that, obviously massive downhill. But I mean, I'm sure you'll probably know exactly how that feels.
Yeah.
Talk me through how you got the opportunity with like Love Island. How did that casting come about?
So actually previously, the year before, I'd been reached out on Instagram and I'd gone through the process. My video, you know them videos that you got to do.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
I swear to God, it looked like it was scripted. I put my phone on the side. I was standing there and I was just staring at the wall. And now I look back and I'm like, that is horrific.
Yeah.
Like, who actually thought that was good? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so people don't know with TV, you have to make like a tape, don't you? They'll just say like, tell us about you, talk about yourself. And you basically just have to sit there on a Zoom.
You have to sell yourself basically. It's
basically like a CV for television. You just got to tell them about yourself and why they would want to use you.
Yeah, you basically got to come across like quite confident as well at the same time, even if you're not. Like for me, I'm not used to being in front of a camera. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then when they're like, can you do this video? So anyway, I did this video, awful, never heard back, understandably.
Okay.
And then the next year, I was like, do you know what? I've got a good feeling about this year. So I said, do you know what? This year I'm going to do it better.
Yeah.
And then obviously I got that, did the video. I actually did it in this jacket. So my lucky jacket.
Lucky jacket.
Yeah. Had the phone up and then, like went through the whole process. Again, it was like the NBC one that we did.
Okay.
I didn't really think.
Do you have to go for quite a few rounds?
Yeah.
Didn't you? Is that
Mate, honestly, it was like, 5-6 rounds. But it's like every single time they're like, yeah, we'll get back to you. And I'm like, right.
It's funny because like for us as someone that's going on TV, it's like you're putting your life on hold for this potential opportunity, but to them you're just a number.
Because you've got things that come up as well, and you're like, oh no, I won't do that because I might have this.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And it's like even things like relationships, talking to people.
Yeah.
You're talking to someone.
Yeah.
And subconsciously, you know this is coming up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So then,
not looking for anything serious because I might be going on Love Island.
But you don't want to
let me know if you want fun.
If you just want to come around, then
yeah,
do
come
that,
around and
but
chill.
I'm not
Get
looking for
chill.
anything serious.
Sweet, but yeah.
But yeah, then I went to like obviously London. This is when it then started hitting me because I was like, do you know what? This is actually real now. So then we went to London, saw the execs, and you have to kind of put yourself out of this comfort zone. I remember walking in, and one of the execs was like dancing, and then she was like, would you dance like this? And I was like, I froze and I was like, yeah, of course I would. And mate, I just started doing this most random dance. Yeah. Sat in front of a camera, and you know, like when the lights are like on you, like it was the brightest light.
Because they're being interrogated.
Yeah. I felt like I was going into prison. I was going back to fucking York again. But then, we went through all of that, and then I came out of there, and it's like, you know when you don't know if you did well or not? I was sitting there in the cab on the way back, and I'm like, have I done well?
I used to think that was like, it's not good. But I think if you don't think you've done well, if you're not sure, I think that tends to be a good thing. Yeah. Because I think if you're overly confident and think you've got it, I think the chances are you don't.
You haven't got it,
and you know if you fucked it. Like, you know if you fucked it. So I think that's a good place to be.
And then that was the long wait as well. It was like, again, it was a 6-week wait. Because I think it was
6 weeks.
What we in? Yeah, so it was the September I had the interview. And then they were like, you won't find out till November. So I was literally like, I won't find out till November. Like, that's a long old wait. Yeah. So I sat through that, that's fine. It got to, mate, honestly, the end of November. And I was like, I haven't got it. Yeah. That's fine. And then I got a message saying, oh, we're going to give you a call tomorrow. So then I got the call. Yeah. And it was just so casual. Like, oh, yeah, you're going to go on. We don't know where yet, but, like, we'll keep in contact with you. Yeah. And it was a bit like, whoa, like.
And then how long did you have to prepare for that? When was that? That was, how many months did you have before you were starting to, like, get the ball rolling with it?
It was the end of November. So then I didn't know when I was going on either. Yeah. So then I couldn't tell work.
Yeah, so how does it work with that? Does nobody know where they're going on? Or do people that go on at the start know they're going to be at the start?
I think the people at the start do know, because you get flown out. I think they got flown out beginning of Jan. And then, obviously, I didn't hear anything. And then it was literally, I think, when did I fly out? It must have been middle of Jan? End of Jan I flew out. But I found out 4 days before. I said, listen, I need like 2-3 weeks notice. Like, I can't just leave. Yeah. And they rang me and they were like, it was on the Thursday. They were like, you're flying out Tuesday. And I was like, sorry, how am I supposed to go and tell work that? Yeah. But I'd
just going on holiday, be back in about 4 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to be back, but that's why I just said to him, I was like, I'm gonna be doing this. I just want to let you know. And then I just messaged him. I was like, I'm going to South Africa on Tuesday.
So they only gave you 4 days or 5 days or whatever it was. How did you like get body ready? Because I swear these people who've gone Love Island always like fucking shredded.
I'd literally just got back from skiing. So I'd been on holiday. I'd got back on like the Monday, like, yeah. Like heavy weekend skiing.
Yeah.
And then I've come back, I'm like, right, I might have like 3 weeks just to like get myself in half decent shape. No, obviously they've called me and then I've got to fly straight out there. When you've got like the skiing fluff.
That my anxiety would be through the roof. Mate. I'd be like, I haven't fucking counted my macros.
I was ill as well in bed. So when they called me, like I thought I had COVID as well. So I was in bed, like literally dying. And I got a call and I was like, hello, yeah. I'd been off work that day as well because I was ill.
Called in sick.
They were like, you ready to go? Like, you fine? Like, you're not ill or anything? I was like, no, I'm fine. Honestly, so not ill. And obviously, then they told me it was Castor Moore.
Oh, they told you before you flew?
Yeah, they did.
So once you've obviously flown over on the plane and stuff, they've called you. You're feeling rough, obviously still because you've just been away and absolutely had it skiing. Yeah. Oh, did you get steamed on the plane? Then what happens? Like, what's the steps? You land. Is there someone there? Like, how does that work?
Well, first of all, with my flight, right? So everyone else got a straight flight. No, not me. I got a flight to Doha and then Doha to South Africa. So it was 19 hours. So I've flown, right, say we're up here. I've flown
That's a fucking liberty.
To then go straight down. And I talked to everyone else. I was like, how was your flight? They were like, yeah,
I just stopped off in India on the way. Yeah.
I was literally like, you've dobbed me in with like the worst flight.
It's madness.
So, but obviously I'd had a few drinks on the plane, so it was all right. I was just sitting there chilling. And then, we landed, but I was knackered. Like, I'd been flying for like 19 hours. I remember I got picked up and then I think, I got
19 hours and you'd be feeling like there's nothing worse. When you're travelling that long, you look and feel like shit.
I mean, I've never really flown that long before. Like, longest flight I've probably had is like 8 hours. So I remember getting there, I was so tired. And this medical woman was sitting there talking to me. She was like, so what's your occupation? And I was like, single. And she was like, no, your occupation. I was like, yeah, my occupation's single. And I was so tired, mate. Like, I
didn't clock.
No, and then she was like, your job. And I was like, oh shit, obviously you're not asking me. Like, if I'm married or anything, I'm here.
Where do they put you up in? Is it like a hotel?
So I was in an apartment. So I had a chaperone. So my first chaperone picked me up from the airport and then we went back to the apartment. I went to sleep. I've woken up and I've got a different chaperone. I was like, where's my chaperone gone? Apparently he had appendicitis.
That's peak.
So he left. And to be fair, my new chaperone, mate, was ledge. Like, he brought his PlayStation. Like, it was literally
so what did you get? So you was in an apartment. Could you go outside or was it like COVID jail?
2 hours a day.
2 hours.
Yeah,
NBC,
we're improving.
Take notes.
See, we're improving. But the thing is, COVID wasn't really about.
Yeah.
I didn't think. But in TV, it still was, apparently. So, 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
But I was right on the beach, and they had quite a few apartments down this beach.
I think this 2 week thing, they use COVID as an excuse. I'm pretty sure they do it so that once you go in, you're a bit more like on edge and riled up. I don't think they'll just have you straight off of being in a 5-star luxury hotel doing whatever the fuck you want because you'd walk in relaxed. I think the whole point is to, even though they can't admit
they want you to be focused on the show. Yeah. And that's why you get your phone taken away pretty much instantly.
Oh, they didn't let you have it in your apartment?
Well, I had it for, I think, 3 days. And then after that, it was gone. So
and then you just had to twiddle your thumbs.
Yeah. And luckily, because not a lot of the other boys, they didn't have a PlayStation. my chaperone bought a PlayStation. Suite. So we're there, mate, honestly, like playing Call of Duty till like 2 a.m. Like, yeah.
That's sick. That's exactly what you want. They should provide more stuff like that, though.
They should.
Just to be sat in an apartment for
I had a little
2
balcony.
weeks and 2 hours.
And like,
could you sit in the sun? Because that's another thing for me. If I wasn't shredded, I ain't going in fucking pale. I'm like leaning over the balcony, exactly. Bow my arms.
But then they just give you like weights. Like, that's all I got was weights.
Did they?
And it was like, in the end, I got to the point where I was just like, I can't be asked. Like, I can't be asked to get in shape. Like, I'm going in. Wasn't allowed a haircut.
They didn't tell you about any of this.
I had a fresh trim before I got there, so I was like, sweet.
Yeah.
Like, if I go straight in, that's fine. But then I got there, 2.5 weeks passed. I was like, can I have a haircut? No, you can't because of COVID. And my chaperone got a haircut there. And I remember he came back and I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't get a haircut. It was, mate. It was
your trim is shit.
There was no fade. I was like, where's your fade? I was like, has he forgot halfway through? Because it didn't look great.
No, yeah, but that would be worse. Having only 2 weeks is not that bad. Your hair probably still looks the same.
I don't know.
Like, going to some shitty barber. Imagine walking in going, what have you done to my hair?
I mean, I did try and like neaten it up myself. Yeah, but
And then how do you enter? Like, when do you meet? Because obviously there's 5 of you that walked into that villa, right? Casa Amor?
6.
6.
Yeah, 6.
Did you all meet before, or how did that work?
No, so it was very similar to what you said about being in a tent. So we had a little tent just outside the Casa Villa. I was there. I think we got there about 5 o'clock. We didn't go in the villa till 2 in the morning. So mate,
I've heard this. So many ex-Love Islanders say that they film to like ridiculous hours. Like
we weren't allowed to know the time.
They say you can't know the time.
I found a way that we knew where the time was.
This time is up, this time is down.
Well,
no time.
You got to the point where you were like, what is the time?
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't know.
We
went in so
head.
late, it was like, I was knackered and exhausted.
Yeah.
We go in, and it's like chat to the girls now. And I'm like, I think when you go into Casa, you got to be smart. Like, you got to think, if someone's like pushing another girl and they got a better chance,
you've got to
think, right, that's not your way of going in. Yeah, sometimes you just got to slide across.
And you were talking to who is it that you put your energy?
Claudia.
Yeah, she's fit.
Yeah, she's decent.
So what was your thinking? You walked in, did you like scan and be like, okay, these guys are really fit, or did you know who was in there already? Did they show you what girls were in there?
I was watching it before we went in.
Oh, you get to watch it? Okay.
But I didn't know, a couple of days before, we didn't get to see a couple of episodes. So we went in, there were some girls that were missing. I think Ellie had gone home, one of the girls. So obviously for us it was a bit like, what's kind of happened? Has there been arguments? Because there was arguments before we went in. So I was like, that's fine. Some of the girls are like, they won't be interested in like staying with the person they're with.
Yeah.
So then we've gone in there, mate, it was like every single one of them was like...
in a relationship.
Yeah. And us boys were just like, what are we supposed to do?
I think that setup they definitely need to change that setup. Like, I think they need to just add like one girl. So like when they do a casting, they do like some girls, some guys. Yeah. They should like just take one of the girls that walks in with the guys or something like that. One of the things, just so that it gives, because like you said, by the time Casa happens, if someone's been with someone since the beginning, that's it. They're like,
I get what they're trying to do there. They're trying to like test the couples out.
Yeah.
But it's like, it doesn't then give like the people coming in.
But that's what I think in recent years it hasn't tested them because nobody's ever really.
No, because they're so settled down. And also a lot of them are smart. Like some of them obviously in there probably playing a game where they just want to like stay till the end.
Yeah.
So why are they going to then recouple up with someone when they're so like settled and like the public probably love them?
It literally is a game.
It is a game.
And I think anyone that says that, you know, it's all about like love and stuff, I think it's kidding themselves. It's a game of chess.
Did you not go in there for love?
Yeah, I know. I went in. I was really looking for a wife.
Yeah,
still looking.
No, you only loved cake.
I only loved cake. Yeah, that was it. But yeah, I think that's the whole thing with Love Island. There needs to be a little bit of switch up.
Yeah,
there was this year. I don't watch it. To be fair, the last time I watched it was when you were going in, and then when you left, I didn't watch it anymore.
What was that? 2 minutes later, I walked in and then I walked back out again.
What was it like? How many episodes did you get on that? How long were you actually there? Because it was what, 2-3 episodes?
I was in there, 4? So I went in Friday night.
Yeah.
And then left Tuesday. It was probably like 4 days.
Fuck, it's really quick.
Yeah. And I was literally there 3 weeks. So I was in my apartment probably 4 times as long as I was in the villa.
Oh my God, that's so annoying.
But the experience was good. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you've made loads of friends from it.
100%. Like, you just got to see the other side. Like, I think.
Do you talk to any of the other ones that like weren't? Obviously, you got your mates from Casa.
Yeah.
What about any of the people that weren't from Casa? Do you?
Not really, no, because I didn't actually get to meet them. And I think the difficult thing is with some of the boys, I think they get their back up because you're the one talking to their girl.
Yeah.
In Casa, do you know what I mean? It's not even that deep. Like,
yeah,
you're just trying to get back into the main villa.
Yeah. And
a lot of them, I think they got their back up, and I don't know.
Just like
you just get like, even when you go to the reunion, there's like a bit of a frosty.
Oh really?
Reception from some of them, yeah. So us Casa boys kind of like stuck together. Yeah. So I was like, I'm not gonna like.
Well, because you've all been for the same kind of thing.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, it's kind of like the same thing with me. Like, I still talk to a couple of them because you've all been through it together. It's like it's like it's a different kind of friendship to friends you make on the outside.
Yeah.
Because you've all been through something which is actually quite significant.
And
no one done it together. No one will ever understand it.
Exactly that.
So that's why you guys end up staying so close. But it's good that you've got those. Do you still hang around with like all of the Casa boys or?
So Ryan and Kane, especially, that I see. Maxwell as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they're good boys though. It's mad how like, before I went in, you know, when people are like, oh yeah, but you're in there for such a small period of time, like you get so close and you see people crying.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I understand it now. Like, I don't know if you saw it, like, because you're in this bubble.
Yeah.
Like, they're the only people you know. So then the minute, like, you then come out or whatever, you then do get a bit emotional.
Yeah, no, you do.
Like,
I think I was more emotional leaving all my mates and like leaving the girl because there was just no feelings there for me and the girl.
Yeah, but care about the girl.
Yeah, but like with the guys like you do spend a shit ton of time with them. Like your downtime, your like working time, all of it. That's the only people that you get to talk to.
Yeah, and you don't appreciate it. I don't think when you're in there. I think it's a bit surreal where it's just like this is really happening, and then once it's then finished, it's a bit like. Oh.
Well, I don't know about you, but I was a fucking anxious mess the whole time I was filming.
Mate.
I couldn't think about anything other than the fact that I was anxious.
Or you can just see the cameras in the corner of your eye.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I was just the whole time, and like, I just used to go up to all of the welfare people and say, "How you feeling?" I'm good. Anxious, like the whole time for a solid 6 weeks. Like,
but at least you're
anxious.
At least you're honest about it.
Yeah.
If they'd be like, "How you feeling?" I'd be like, "Yeah, good, yeah."
Would you?
In the back of my head, I'm like, "Oh, I'm shit."
I don't think I needed to tell people. I was literally there like, fucking.
You were shaking yourself, sweating, and you passed it out.
Yeah, it was that. Oh god, yeah. I was an anxious mess filming.
How did you find the cameras though?
Initially, yeah, I was anxious, but after a while, you just kind of forget that they were there.
Yeah,
like, how about you? Was you the same?
I feel like eventually you do get used to them. Like,
yeah.
The longer you're in there, and I think that was the more disappointing thing. Is like your real personality starts to come out.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm now relaxing. I don't care about these cameras. Like it is what it is.
And then you can finally be you, but it's like you don't get enough time to do that.
And then I don't feel like the real me actually came out. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's quite difficult because you're quite stiff. I was with the girls a certain amount of time, and then you're sitting there and you're like, fuck, like, what else should I talk about? Like, what avenue? Which on the outside, I'm not like that. It's very natural. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go on a night out.
It's because, you're just trying to think of, because it's not just a conversation. It's like, you're also trying to think about, what should I be saying at the same time? Because it's like you're fighting with what you want to say, but should I say that? And there's so much.
And then it's like, how am I going to come across on TV? Like that side of things as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the experience though was second.
You had a good time though, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, to be fair, like, who can kind of say they've kind of been on it?
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean? The amount of applicants,
it's insane.
You've got to be proud of yourself as well, because
it's a massive achievement just to get on any TV show. Because, like you said, I'm pretty sure I saw a stat was like 80,000 people or something stupid like that would apply to Love Island, and it was like that's actually insane to be picked out of how many people going at 20?
I think it's about 35, 40 a season.
But still, that's like
it's still
ridiculously low.
But then at the same time, I was never like when I came off, I was actually really disappointed and like embarrassed because I was like, I've gone on there wanting to do this and I've come off doing this.
Yeah.
And it's everyone around you that's like, come on, like you should be proud of yourself. And I'm like, well, I've got high expectations for myself.
But you're always like, it's all, for each person's like that. Nothing's like good enough, nothing's satisfactory because you just always want the next thing.
But everything happens for a reason. So how I see it, it's like now, it's then it gives you like a little platform to then build and then build
from that, and then you can move away from it type
100%.
Thing. So you must have come off that and had, obviously, people recognise you, but girls just being like sliding into DMs, like wanting to go on dates.
Yeah,
talk me through some of these, like,
all the time.
You must have some good stories about how your dating life went after that.
I mean, it's one night that basically I was cracking with this girl skiing, right?
Well, you just met them like out, just people you met out there.
Bar woman, bar girl. And anyway, she ended up coming back. I slept with her. Then after that, we got then in the jacuzzi, and then out of nowhere, I think she then asked for a threesome with me and one of the boys. And she looked at me, she was like, is that all right? And I was like, you don't have to ask me to. So I was like, come on in. But anyway, we then went back in there. And in the end, because I'd already finised, like, probably about 5 minutes previously, I was literally like,
need a Viagra or something.
Yeah, I was there. I was like, come on,
in between us, when he's like, come on, you twat.
So I eating it. And then I was just like, do you know what? I'm just going to leave it to it. So it weren't working. Yeah. So I just left it.
5 minutes is not enough time. You need a solid half an hour.
Exactly. Like, come back in, you want to go again?
Yeah.
Like, was I not enough first time?
Yeah, especially when it's like you're a mixture between tired because you tend to be the one putting in all the work, but also it's like, it doesn't just refill like that.
Nah. Yeah. It's champagne as well. Have you ever been like champagne drunk? Like,
you get a bit like
it's different
wavy,
though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Like, it turns me sideways.
Also, you're skiing and you're in the mountains, so you get pissed so much quicker. It's different up there.
Yeah. And
fuck. And then you just left him to this like threesome.
Yeah, left it to it, and then obviously.
And then what did she do? Did she just leave after, or how the fuck?
No, he went out, and then she stayed in the bed with me.
Fucking hell.
And I just remember waking
finished up. Yeah, come here in your bed.
I just remember waking up in the morning, and I was like, when you're feeling shit, mate.
Yeah.
Like,
you mentioned something about going on holiday. I think it was a different holiday. It was like a summer holiday. Didn't you had a bit of a stalker or something?
Oh yeah. So this was years ago. So this is like probably going back probably about 5 years ago, right? Yeah. So I'd been talking to this girl on a dating app, like not even that deep, fine. And like general chat, she's like, you got any holidays? I was like, yeah, I'm going here, blah blah blah. She was like, oh nice, where you staying? Like, what date you going there? sent all of that over.
Yeah, because you would think nothing of it.
Yeah, you wouldn't think anything of it. I'm laying there, right, on a sunbed. I get a tap on my shoulder. I'm like that. She's like, Bayley. And I'm like, do I know you? She was like, oh, it's so-and-so. I was like, fuck off, mate. My face, I was like...
I'm Dave. That's not Bayley. Bayley's my brother.
No. But I'm literally like, that. Surely that's not her.
Yeah. Oh, she didn't look like her.
I mean, it wasn't what the photos said, put it that way.
Okay.
But then I had an issue because that holiday I was then sleeping with another girl, and then another girl kind of caught wind with her, and I told the other girl that she was a catfish. So because she didn't want me going near the catfish, she told her that I called her a catfish. So next thing you know, I've woken up, banging on the door. I've got them both at the door. Why are you calling me a catfish? And I was like, oh shit. And I was there.
So you look like the one that made the thing. When actually, you were just talking to someone doing absolutely nothing wrong, and she's just a general
chat. So then the one that I think's a catfish is gone, and then the audacity of the bird that's like called her the catfish has gone. Oh, I've done that, so like you wouldn't go near her. Like, do you want to have sex now?
You're choosing some psychos.
I was like, mate, do you know what?
Yeah.
There's the door.
Your type needs to change.
If she was one of them, she went around the whole pool. I've woken up in the morning, probably about 11 o'clock, I've gone on the balcony. I've got boys coming up to me like, oh, did you sleep with her last night? I was like, what? Like, how do you know that? Apparently she's gone around the whole pool, like, pointing up. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. And it's not even
See, this is the thing. I think the sex stuff, when you're like having a chat or something with your mate and you're actually talking about it, it's fine. But like, I think in an open setting, stuff like that, just like running around talking about.
But imagine if a boy had done that.
Shagging,
do you know what I mean? Like gone round and said that.
They'd be like, they'd be saying that, So that is like my worst nightmare. Someone just turning up, like a stalker. Yeah. Like, how can she even think that's slightly acceptable?
Now, how do you know? It's like you got a track on my phone. Like, how do you know exactly where I am?
Well, she's obviously, when you told her the dates and stuff, you basically.
And the same hotel, and she's put the same hotel.
Same hotel.
Same hotel.
So then after that fallout, she was just like lurking around.
Yeah, I didn't talk to her. Probably best.
Anyways, it's so fucking great having you in. These stories are banging. I'm going to have a knocko. Do you want a knocko? We can kill some more stories if you want.
Let's crack one open.
Which ones do you want? Lemon or orange?
Orange. Please.
Orange.
Thank you.
No worries. Fuck yeah. If anyone had a knocko before, they're fucking brilliant.
They are good, aren't they?
I have two before the gym and then I don't sleep for a week.
They're good. I've had them before and they'll keep you buzzing during a gym session. Funnily enough, got another funny story.
Okay.
So, I was 18. I went to my uncle's stag do. So obviously for me, 18, I wasn't aware of like what stag do's are about and what kind of goes on stag do's. So anyway, we've gone to this live sex show and I'm sitting there.
Where are you?
Amsterdam. So I'm in Amsterdam, right?
Kind of have to do that in
Amsterdam. And I'm sharing a room with my granddad because it's my uncle's dad, right? So it's my granddad.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there. He's next to me. Out of nowhere, this bird just starts pulling these beads out of her, and I'm literally like, I look at him, and he's sitting there with like a grin on his face, and I was literally like, this is a very like weird situation. Like, I never thought I'd be in like a sex show.
Because like being somewhere with your dad's one thing, but even your granddad.
My dad, I don't think I'd mind because he's got a bit of banter as well. But like, my granddad's not someone I see every day.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? It's a very like
an odd position.
You see him at family parties where you're like, how are you? Yeah, like talk all nicely, and then next thing you know, that. And then we then went next door to. I don't know if you've been. Have you been to Amsterdam before?
Yeah.
In Banana Bar.
I don't know if I have.
It's like 3 levels.
Okay.
So you've got like the live sex show, you've got like the live dancing, and then you've got the strippers at the top. So, and then we went to the second one, and obviously because it was a stag do, they got him up on stage, like did God knows what to him. Anyway, this bird then has this banana, peels the banana, and just starts obviously fingering herself with it. And then I'm sitting there, and I'm like, oh mate, I was in heaven at 18 years of age. My testosterone, mate, is going through the roof. I'm like, oh my God.
Get that banana in there.
Forgetting my granddad's next to me, do you know what I mean, at this time. She's then turned it around like, who wants a bite? Or everyone's sitting there like, nah. I don't even like bananas. I bit it. I ate it. What? And I was actually like...
You were just like in the moment, and then afterwards was you like...
I'm eating it and swallowed it, and I'm like, don't even like bananas, don't like the taste. Has she got something? I'm like, do I need to get checked? Because...
Yeah, you can, yeah. You can definitely get... Have you been checked?
Yeah. Hope so. I will after this.
Yeah.
But no, literally, it was just like, just do it.
And your granddad saw you do this?
Yeah. He rated it. He rated it, to be fair.
Fair enough.
But I didn't stay in his room
My
any
granddad,
night.
but I could not do that in front of my granddad. He would know. He'd be like, oh, fuck you, fool, fucking disgusting. When he doesn't even let me like swear and stuff, he hates it. That would be like, I'm just picturing being my granddad right now, and like, I'm just like dying inside.
You'd be like that. Had like lasers in your eyes while he's like staring at you.
Yeah. I think he would never look at me the same way again.
No.
So now, and I'm guessing it's only the guys in your family that know that story, right?
Yeah. No, I think I told them all in the end. I think I told them at a wedding recently. Because I haven't seen a lot of the blokes from like his wedding. And I went to my auntie's wedding recently, so all the blokes were there. So I was literally like 8 years on.
That is fucking crazy.
We've got to go and do it again. Like I said, we've got to organise this and go out there.
I need another banana.
We can change it, surely. Change to a cucumber or something. I like a cucumber.
So obviously being 18, you know, and you're with all these lads, you must have got some serious lad points for like smashing that banana down.
Well, I think they were just pretty shocked. I mean, I was shocked myself that I did it. You know, when you're like...
It just takes over you.
You're standing there, and I'm like, has my testosterone just taken over me? Like, I was frozen, and everyone looked at me like, has he really just done that? And in the end, I was like, yeah, fuck it, I've just done that. Yeah.
Did they give you a nickname like Banana Boy or something?
No, but I love that. It's a good name.
Banana Boy.
Yeah. That'll stick.
Banana Boy Bayley.
Yeah, that's sticking.
Fucking hell, that's just so... Oh, no. If I did that for my... I just pictured it. Would you not do it? I'm going to take you out there. I'm going to take you out there. If I was with friends, then yeah.
What, you eating that banana?
Maybe.
We get out there and you're doing it.
There's a club in Soho called The Box where they do this kind of stuff. It's really kind of out there. I wouldn't say it's quite as extreme, but they do...
What sort of stuff do they do there? I've never been.
It's like a real mixture of everything. It's like circus acts. There's like people naked, and there are people like, you know, sometimes they do have like, I'm pretty sure they do have sex on the stage. I was really drunk. I've only been once. Yeah, it is. It's really hard to get in. Well, the only reason why we got in was because one of the dancers from the show, she used to work there. She was a dancer there.
Really?
So she knew the people and got us in. Otherwise, we literally wouldn't have got in because the queue was huge. And they were like, apples. No thanks. So she got us in, and it was like, I just remember walking in and I was like shocked because I didn't think we had that kind of stuff here. I thought that it wasn't allowed.
But so that's why it's very exclusive.
Yeah,
because it's like
world renowned, isn't it? At The Box, I'm pretty sure. And they have the windmill as well. I'm pretty sure that's a similar vibe, isn't it? Yeah. The windmill. It's like, it looks like a pub from the outside, but it's the same vibe. It's like a real old school classic club. It's in Soho. Yeah.
I have to go and,
you have to go and queue up. You have to try about. It's like trying to get in Berghain and Berlin. It's like
really difficult. To get in.
It's really difficult to get in.
Just try and get in.
With any kind of event, these kind of places, you want to go with a certain group of people, right? Definitely. Because you don't want someone. The kind of people that I go to festivals and stuff with are absolutely like loud and out there. But if you're like loud and shouty in the box, like you're getting straight out.
Yeah.
So like my festival mates and fucking like clubbing mates, they're like completely different.
I mean, to be fair, one of my mates, he had a bit of a weird situation at a festival that we went to. Obviously, I don't know what he'd been doing, but I just remember him being absolutely fucked. So we were walking back to the tent. Anyway, he's walked into this tent that obviously he thought was ours. And he's thought he's seen his mum and dad in there. It's right, there's a couple in there. He lays in between them. He's like, Mummy and Daddy, cuddle me. Honestly, mate, I wanted the ground just to swallow me up. I've gone.
Wait, were you in this tent? Or
I didn't walk in the tent. I was outside the tent. But I've heard like him go, Mummy and Daddy, like, can you cuddle me? And I'm like, what has he just said? Like, so I've gone to walk away, and I've heard a bit of like a kerfuffle in there. The bloke in there then chucked him out. And he's like, what are you doing? And he was like, Dad, went back to go in again.
Fuck, must have been fucked, like fucked. I
was like, come on.
Also, afterwards, was you like, do you call your mum and dad Mummy and Daddy?
Yeah, do you call them Mummy and Daddy?
Grow up. Yeah.
But next day, he didn't remember it. And I was like, do you know what you did?
That's actually scary. That kind of shit scares you.
It really is.
Because you can see when someone's doing something like that they genuinely believe what they're saying. And you're like, whoa.
He actually thought it was his mum and dad. But I was like, why would you cuddle up to your mum and dad like that? And call Mummy and Daddy?
Mummy and Daddy, stroke me. Mummy.
But yeah, he never wants that brought up. So.
That's like that is definitely some kind of confession that you wouldn't want. Like, you kind of would tell a few people, but you wouldn't tell everyone.
100%.
Like, we've all got confessions like that.
Talking about confessions.
Yeah, we actually, me and Bailey both asked people on our Instagram to give us like some of their like worst confessions.
Should we go for it?
Yeah, we should definitely do them.
Should we do it?
I think I'll probably do two. I've got a couple that are good. A few of them are good. No offense to anyone that sent them in. They're good, but they're not like shocking enough. There's a couple that are fucking shocking. Shall I go first?
Go on, you go first.
Okay.
Let's do it.
This girl messaged me. She said, so in 2016, I moved to Utrecht, which is in the Netherlands, and I worked in a restaurant where we went to the pub with the whole team on Christmas Eve. In that pub, we got incredibly drunk and I wanted to go home. No time to get my jacket, so I just went straight out. Because of the switch from warm to cold, I've got sick in that moment, puking my guts all over the doorstep of the church that was in the square.
Oh, no.
Don't blame the coat. It was definitely the alcohol. And then a car stopped and I got up and climbed into it, but she was super drunk. After I mentioned my address 3 times, a friendly voice said, sorry, madam, this isn't an Uber, this is a police car.
What?
She was obviously past, like, obviously that fucked that she's got into the back of the police car because they picked her up, scooted her up. And she said her address 3 times, like, I live here, And they just turned around and apparently were like, you're in a police car, not an Uber.
She's just got in the car. Like,
yeah. But do you know when it's like when you're that drunk, you kind of like, if that is quite dangerous, actually.
It's very dangerous.
That's how shit happens.
Yeah.
But can you imagine just looking up and then being like, seeing a high vis going,
you're in a police car.
Yeah, take me home. And they'll be like, no, you're going to a cell, mate.
It was a free taxi home, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that's
true. Yeah, they would drive you home. Yeah,
exactly. Well,
go on, give me some of yours.
Right. So this is actually from one of my mates.
Okay.
Right. So I went on a first date and with someone in Ibiza. Chemistry was absolutely insane. Went to a couple of different places before ending up in Eden. Was dancing the night away in VIP. We both met a mutual friend of my first date. The friend invited us back to a villa party after Eden, so we got into a taxi. The friend ended up grabbing my hand in the taxi and giving me the eye. Whilst my date was also grabbing my leg, I was in the middle of the taxi. We was all steaming, so I just thought, fuck it. So I pulled down my trousers, got my cock out, and they both started giving me a hand job and blow job in the back of the taxi. I swear on my fucking life, the taxi man every couple of seconds would look through his mirror and he was loving every minute of it.
Oh, the fuck!
He's gone. He's literally sat there. He's gone, and he's thought, "Fuck it," and he's just yanked him down.
Fucking hell! You have to have some serious balls to do that. Just doesn't care.
He don't care.
No,
he's one of them. You'll go night out. He'll do anything.
Anything.
Yeah, like the worst.
But I don't have the confidence to do that. I'd be sitting there going, "Can you just wait a minute?
Can
you just wait till we get home?"
But imagine you go like that, and they're like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Put him back up.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, can you imagine that? Or the taxi man turning around, just kicking you out. You've got a fucking hard on, and then you stand on the side of the road like...
what do I do now?
Yeah. Fucking hell, that's insane.
Yeah.
God, I've got one more, which is really good.
Go on, far away.
So I was travelling and was staying in a hostel, 24 people in one room, 12 bunk beds rather than 12 people, ridiculous. Anyway, put my money in my bag, inside of a bag, inside of another bag. Thought that it was safe. Went out, it all got stolen, nightmare, fuming. Moved to the next hostel, which was on the beachfront in Thailand. I was in a shit mood and wanted to just shower and chill for a bit. The toilet is in the shower room, so it's like one big room with a shower toilet sink. I really needed a shit, so I went. It was honestly the biggest thing, huge, and the pipes in Thailand aren't used to that sort of size. No. So I went and used a toilet roll, another rookie mistake, flushed it, and water just started coming up. Higher and higher until I went all in the floor, and my shit was pretty stuck.
No, it's not on the floor.
No, so that the water overflowing, this shit is like stuck in the toilet. She said she tried to flush it again, no good. I start to panic and try to use a shampoo bottle to mush it away. It started to work, flush again, nope. Now it's mushy shit and water everywhere. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? So I had a shower and cleaned myself and the floor as much as I could, ran into the room and put some clothes on and went to the reception, which was a desk on the beach, and said, excuse me, someone's left a mess in the toilet. It's really disgusting. They said they'd sort it, went in and came back out quickly. I don't understand what that bit means. Came back out quickly, then came back in with 3 men, all going in, and came out gagging. Myself and my cousin were sat in the hostel room listening and laughing as they ended up taping it up with an out of order sign so that people couldn't use the bathroom.
Oh.
Can you imagine
in that
just
situation though?
You panic.
You pretend.
Yeah.
I don't know
toilet brush.
Don't know who it was.
Yeah.
Have you used a shampoo bottle as well?
Yeah, I would so blame everyone else.
Yeah, 100%.
It was definitely bunk 4.
Oh.
It's definitely bunk 4.
Yeah, because you wouldn't expect that from her, would you?
No, like, so I mean, the fact that when she said it to me, I was like, oh my God. Like, and I think as a girl, it'd be harder to kind of admit that because girls are always
100%.
like, we all know, but like, yeah, exactly, yeah. So going to reception, they're going to go, I've done an absolute monster and I've clogged up the toilet. Can you come and unplug it?
And the fact that she's had to shower with that smell as well.
It's like a hot steam room, steamy shit.
Oh, smoky, steamy shit. I love how they've taken it off as well. It was that bad.
Yeah, out of order. Done. Bye to that bar. I wonder if it's still there.
Yeah. I wonder if they did unclog that toilet.
We should message the hostel.
Yeah.
Have you find that toilet yet?
Should we say who it was?
Yeah.
You know that girl that came up to you? It was her. Yeah. Just so you know.
God, fuck.
Right, so I've got another good one. So after a night out, we all ended up back at an afters. And until it came to the end of the night, everyone left. It was only me and him left. My charger port ended up breaking, so I couldn't charge my phone. He said he could fix it. So I looked him dead in the eyes and said, if you fix it, I will shag you. So he got to work. Ended up fixing my phone, so I stuck it on him and the rest was history. Sorry to his girlfriend.
Oh. Some people are so ruthless, they just don't care. As well. It's 2 blokes.
Yeah, but is the girlfriend going to find out?
Name and shame. No, don't.
I mean, I don't know who the boy was, but...
That's insane.
Yeah. I think that happens quite often, you know?
Probably, yeah. I can imagine it does. I mean, if you want your phone charger fixed, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to get a bit of power.
Imagine that. Fix that. And he's like, yeah, go on then.
Go and fix it, right. You can have 10%, that's half an hour. 50%, 40 minutes.
100% you'll get the full Monty.
Yeah, slap it around your face.
Well, to be fair, I think your shit story.
The shit story one. Is I would die inside if that was me. Yeah, fucking hell.
I'll be proud of it. I'll be sitting there proud of it. I'd just shut that.
Yeah,
cubicle.
get one of those t-shirts.
Yeah, I shut the cubicle.
Yeah. Like waste man.
I laid a log.
Yeah. But anyways, it's been absolutely amazing having you on. It's always great to chat. We're definitely going to have to get you in again. I'm super excited that your podcast is coming out as well. I can't wait to listen to that.
Yeah, I can't wait. Really super excited. We've got some unbelievable guests coming on as well. And we have to get you on as well.
We'll come on, for sure. I'm definitely going to come on.
And then we can go over some more stories.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get you out to Amsterdam before then.
And Amsterdam, yeah. Then we'll have some stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be eating bananas. Come back and tell you about the 2 bananas.
I'm going to film it and I'm going to show everyone on the box. I'm like, I told you. I'll
get him to eat a banana. Oh, anyways, again, thank you so much. And thanks, guys, for listening. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas, as I said before. And I hope you have a great new year. Much love for watching. Peace out.